Thanks to a Bright Ideas classroom grant from Brevard School Foundation, students at Odyssey Charter School in Palm Bay are growing crops and their STEM skills all at once.
Began as a tool to allow students to have on-site agricultural experience and learn how to grow food.
We plant them on the farm. They grow big, and then we clip them off. We bring them, we clean them, and then we come here and then bring them to the school cafe so then people can eat them.
The Odyssey students are gaining so much more from this hands-on project. The Bright Ideas grant funded the purchase of a farm bot, a new generation of agriculture technology that uses computers, mechanical engineering, and coding to improve production outcomes.
We're doing a controlled experiment to see which is better at taking care of plants, the class or the robot, and see if the robot can do a good job at balancing everything for the plants and keeping them healthy.
So we have two identical beds. One bed will be controlled manually, the old-fashioned way, by humans who then do the weeding and the watering, and the other will be totally automated. So if we plant the exact same species at the exact same spacing in the same soil, this allows students to conduct a controlled experiment.
When students are engaged with their hands and their minds, they actually are more focused and motivated to learn. You can feel, see, hear, and taste the excitement made possible by one classroom grant.
Many people do not know the amount of applications it could, go to. It could help African kids, and it can do all these things. It's changed many people's lives, and it'll change many other people's lives to come.
And this is where magic happens.
A little magic combined with creative thinking is helping teachers and students across our community. Students from BLAST, a program that teaches employability skills to students with special needs, have formed a unique and mutually beneficial partnership with Brevard Schools Foundation Supply Zone for Teachers.
They learn to bundle amounts of things. They learn to sort, they learn to package up orders, and it's just amazing what they do. Their confidence goes sky high.
I would say it makes me feel enjoyable, which is happy. And I would say most of the time, I'm confident in myself and my partner, which is LaSalle. And he's the best partner I would ever have.
Teachers from high poverty schools are able to order free school supplies from the Supply Zone. BLAST students sort, pack, and deliver the supplies. It's a win-win-win partnership because the BLAST students gain employment skills, low-income students get the school supplies they need to be successful, and teachers don't have to spend money out of their own wallet.
Learning job skills such as hard skills and soft skills. So the hard skills are more like what we've seen here. Their students did this. So we're separating notebooks by color. So that would be a hard skill, something we can directly teach. But then the soft skills, like taking initiative, being dependable, communication skills, showing initiative, that sort of thing. So it's a great opportunity to practice, especially we have this wonderful example of retail right here on our own campus.
Brevard Schools Foundation is engaging communities to ignite and unite students.
And of course, the BLAST teachers, we all helped out together as a teamwork. Like everyone says, teamwork makes a dream work.
Hi, I'm Michael Pierce. Before I became involved with the Brevard Schools Foundation, my life was at a crossroads. So many of the things that we all take for granted, such as having parents with a loving relationship, a safe home of your own bed to sleep in, and a best friend down the street, just weren't possible for me. It seemed that this would never change. You see, my father was a convicted felon who was abusive towards my mother. One of my worst memories is when my mom tried to leave my father. My little brother and I were loaded up in the car when my father came out to stop us, grabbing my mom by the throat, nearly strangling her up against the car as we watched. We stayed and the abuse continued, even through the birth of my sister. 6 months later, my father abandoned us. I was 8 years old at the time, and we were on a Christmas vacation to Disney World, the happiest place on earth, when he left us stranded. No car, no food, no money. My aunt, who lived in Rockledge, took us in and let us sleep on the floor of her garage until my mom could get a job and get back on her feet. Years later, we moved into a government housing project in Cocoa. It wasn't the best neighborhood. Our house was broken into and robbed 3 times, and a drive-by shooting happened less than 20 yards from me. By the time I got to Rockledge High, my aunt, whose 3 daughters were part of the Foundation's Take Stock in Children program, had told my mom I should apply. And in 9th grade, I was assigned a mentor and promised a scholarship to college, if I met all the requirements. When I first met my mentor, Jack, I was a little more than apprehensive. Since my father had walked out, it was difficult to trust men in my life. Jack worked as an engineer at NASA for the space program, and he became the only consistent male role model in my life. And within months, I learned I could trust him. Everything seemed to be right for once, until I found out that the mentor I had formed a relationship with was battling a very rare form of cancer. When the doctors could no longer help him, and he passed away during my junior year, it hit me hard. But I never felt like he let me down. As much as Jack meant to me, I still had my senior year ahead, and the Take Stock in Children staff paired me with a new mentor, Mark Turner. This amazing man was by my side as I earned letters in varsity golf, tennis, and swimming. He helped me honor Jack's memory when I graduated Rockledge High and entered Florida State University's engineering program. Even as I transferred to Florida A&M for more scholarship opportunities, Mark and the Take Stock team continued to support me before, during, and after I earned my college degree. I know the reason I'm here today is because Brevard Schools Foundation invested in me and changed the direction of my life forever through the Take Stock in Children program.